Hello Commanders, I'm OUTLANDISHPIXEL, and today I've decided to return to mining for the first time in a long time. So I'm going to take my ship out for about an hour, do a little bit of mining, hopefully come back with a decent profit. So I've taken the ship out once before. This is my newly acquired Anaconda. I've put off buying Anaconda for ages, and I don't know why. I've always liked the smaller ships, but I decided for mining I wanted a bigger ship. I'm here at Killer Vision, where my group Titan Industries is based. Gonna go to outfitting. So, first of all, hard points. Very quickly, the lasers, just basic defense. This just doesn't really need to be here, because I should be fine. I've not put much thought into it. I just kind of wanted turrets, because I like the idea of not looking at the person I'm attacking and just letting my turrets do the job. Two medium mining lasers, that'll do the job nicely. Couple little beam lasers on the bottom to protect my ass. And there's a couple of shield boosters as well, because I haven't got a very good shield on this, but that's fine. So that's all pretty basic. Internals. Now, this isn't like an amazing build. I've kind of dealt with what I could get at the few stations I visited. So I've gone for some D-rated power plant, thrusters and life support, and sensors just for the extra jump range. Frame shift drive is A6, just so, again, I can get the best jump range. Bulkheads, I'm not... You know, this is a budget Anaconda, so I'm not spending any extra money on it. Power distributor is B6, just because that's what I feel like having at the minute. An A8 is just ridiculous kind of money. So I'm just sticking with the B6. I may have used a D8 if I could find one, but there isn't one here, so that's not really relevant. That's enough to get me boosting, and I could fire my mining lasers for a decent period of time, so that's sufficient. So now the important stuff here. Cargo racks. Now, I did have a large cargo rack in the size 7 slot here, but I'll be honest, in order to fill up that much cargo, it takes a while, and I don't know if you want to be mining for that long in one stint. So, the way I've looked at it, the extra limpet to collect stuff just seems to make a lot more sense, and it will make things a lot more efficient as well. Now, the collector's a bit weird. There's the largest is the 7 that I've got here, but then the next size down is a 5. There's no 6, and the difference between them is you get 3 in a 5 and 4 in the 7. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but what I found was 3 limpets. Just weren't doing it fast enough. I was waiting on them quite a lot. So I think the extra limpet will help. So that's what I've got there. And then I've got all my cargo here in the 6s. When I get to the 5s, another cargo rack. And then I've got Prospector as well. And this, let me just compare it. If I can get to it. Let's have a look. Now, I'm looking forward to the update when they change all this and make it a lot easier to find stuff. I mean, it should have been like this from the start. Collectors, no, not collectors, prospectors, yeah. What have I got? It's a B5. Tell you what, prospectors less important. I've got like, I can fire 4 of them at once, I think. I think it's 4. That's fine, that's plenty. In fact, I could probably do with less than that, I'll be honest. But that's what I'm going to stick with. Then another cargo rack. Yeah, A4 shield. It doesn't really matter. I feel safe where I'm going to mine, you know. If you're going to go into a riskier place to mine. Because I'm not going into a res, by the way. I'm just dropping into a ring at a random location. If you want to take a bigger risk, then, then change your equip set up, you know, appropriately. A4 fuel scoop, because why not? I mean, I'm not traveling far, so I don't actually need a fuel scoop, but I've got it there anyway, because let's just assume generally you want one, yeah. Refinery, A4, is decent. It's plenty as well, I think, for the amount of mining I'm going to do. If anything, I'll probably be getting rid of the crappier materials that I'm collecting. I just, you know, like indite, things like that, I'll just drop them instantly, because the way to be efficient with this is to also focus on the big game, the big materials that are going to get you all the money. So you need to be ruthless about it as well, in terms of what percentages you're going to mine. So, and then a docking computer, because why not? Let's just whack it in there. Let's do it. Okay, now that is the setup. I am going to log the time. The time is... okay, so 14:23 is coming up. I'm going to mine for about an hour. That's the plan. I've already logged my route on the galaxy map. It's not far to go. It's like a 20 light year. Yeah, a couple jumps away, so won't spend too much time getting there. But I want to make this as efficient as possible, because for me, trading gets a bit tedious.
Ship released.
I mean, mining can get a bit tedious, but I kind of, I don't know, enjoy it more as a virtual space pastime, I guess. I don't fly Anacondas much as well, so don't be surprised if I edit out this. Oh, no, we're good. We're all good.
Landing gear retracted.
Let's boost away. This is the system that I'm in. Now, I've travelled to the 4th planet. Now, for those of you that don't know, when you're mining, what you're looking for are, firstly, pristine reserves. That means that not many people have been mining here, so there's plenty of the good stuff left. You also want a metallic ring. Now, this combination means that you're much more likely to find the best metals, and a much higher percentage as well. So, that is what you're looking for. Now, if you look here for a comparison at another planet, now this has a metal-rich ring. Now, this could be a bit confusing, but this is the next best option to metallic. I know you might think metallic, metal-rich, which is better, but no, metallic is what you're looking for. Metal-rich is, you know, you'll find some stuff there, but always aim for metallic where possible. And if you want to find a list of planets and systems which have metallic rings, then there are plenty of resources on Reddit. You search for it, you'll find a list somewhere. Alright, here we are. Now, this is an anarchy system, which means it's not populated. Well, it's not populated and it's anarchy. So, what I'm going to do is drop into the rings. I'll be honest. I don't know if dropping in, say here, means there's a lesser, you know, concentration of rocks or not. You know. But what I like to do is just go towards the denser ones, denser parts of the ring. I genuinely don't know if this matters, but it's what I just do because it makes me feel better about it. So, so feel free to do that. Now, you want to drop in fairly slowly because then you won't take any damage. So there we go. You'll automatically drop. And we can start mining. So, as a rule of thumb, what I like to do is always face the planet. Always travel towards the planet. Then you've got a point of reference, and you know you're not accidentally, you know, going towards rocks you've already started tapping, you know. So, immediately, I'm getting a prospector out. Now, it takes a few seconds for it to fire. You need to vaguely aim towards a rock. You can see it there. Make sure you've set your fire groups as well. So I've got the prospector on one, collector on the other. So that'll hit that, and then we'll be able to see what is in store for us on the bottom left when it finally gets there. Just do a little boost.
Prospector limpet engaged.
There we go. So, Indite 37%, Painite 8%, Silver 7.4%. Now, in the spirit of being ruthless and efficient, I'm going to totally ignore this. That's not enough Painite for me, so I'm going to just carry on. And that's the way to do it, otherwise you're just hanging around. So, since we're here, let's fire another limpet there. That's gone. Let's fire another one there.
Programming limpet drone. Scan detected.
Okay.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Scan. Alright, we might have to deal with a
Programming
pirate,
limpet
it
drone.
seems. That's fine. Let's see if they care about our limpets or not. Alright, okay. Now, you'll still...
Prospector limpet engaged.
You can still end up with pirates following you.
Prospector
So,
limpet engaged.
just be wary about that. But you'll generally only come across one or two. So I'll just take this guy out as quickly as I can.
Target
At least with
shields
the
offline.
the turrets, I don't really have to move around too much. I could just carry on with things and let my turrets deal with it, to be honest. In fact, I might do that. So, while they're doing that, let's have a look at these prospectors then. Osmium's a decent price, 42%. That might be an option. Gold 33. Again, I kind of want to go for the good stuff. So, I think I will just continue on. Oh, got missiles. Maybe I should deal with this guy.
Deployed. Landing gear retracted.
Don't want to hit my landing gear out. Okay, let's just deal with this guy.
Target shields online.
Come on, dude. Give up.
Target shields
Give up
offline.
already. There we go.
Target
Right.
destroyed.
Let's get on with the mining. Yes, right. Let's continue prospecting. We're going to
Programming
ignore
limpet
those.
drone.
Now, if you fire an extra prospector, then one of the ones you previously fired will fail, which is fine. However, sometimes it decides to
Prospector
make
limpet engaged.
any prospector in any order can fail, which is quite frustrating. Actually, that's one weird part of this game, which I don't really get. I would have thought the first prospector you fired would be the first one to fail as you fire a new one. But that's not always the case, and I'm not sure why, to be honest. But hey ho. Now, when we find the amount of stuff we want, we should be able to strip it fairly swiftly.
Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet
In terms of the
drone.
amount of limpets you want to get, I have totally filled my hold with limpets before. The problem is I was making...
Prospector limpet engaged.
I was getting more materials than
Programming limpet drone.
I was getting rid of limpets. So I was at this frustrating point where I had to keep jettisoning them. The problem is, if you jettison a limpet, the collectors you've got out
Limpet engaged.
will just start collecting them again, which can then hold up
Programming
the
limpet
queue.
drone.
It causes major issues. So that's something you need to bear in mind. So what I've done is, out of my 256 hold I've got, I think, I
Prospector
have
limpet engaged.
only bought 200. Now we've got 47% palladium here, so this is an absolutely perfect scenario. So
Programming limpet
I'm actually going to
drone.
throw out the collectors straight away.
Programming limpet drone.
Just gonna get them out there.
Programming limpet drone.
Just spamming the button until all 4 are out.
Programming limpet drone.
You gonna fire last one? There we go. And then let's get close enough to this. There we go. Start mining. Now, I'm actually gonna strip. With 4 collectors, I'm gonna strip this entire rock because they'll collect them all in time before they all expire.
Limpet drone
There's
error.
plenty of time for
Deploy
them to do
cargo
it.
Hatch. Limpet drone error. Deploy
should do
cargo
that.
hatch. Cargo scoop deployed.
So you get a nice little reminder if you need to get your cargo scoop out, and then they'll just get on with it. And the prospector limpet is telling me how much minerals are left, and pretty much almost mined them all. 10% left.
Asteroid depleted.
There we go. So, right, so there's quite a few here need collecting. I mean, what I could do is, I'm very close to all these, look at them. Look at them going. Nice. I guess I could turn my ship a bit and make the cargo hatch a bit more accessible. But you know, if you're close, then they'll get in there pretty swiftly. I mean, look at that. Wow. Look at that. Totally stripped it. And now they're all following me until I move on to the next one. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? And that's the way to do it, you know? Because you can strip a rock so fast. You may as well only go for the good stuff. Right, now
Programming limpet drone.
let's get some more prospectors out. The other thing to think about, I mean, I'm in the big ship. Now, I could be
Prospector
manually
limpet engaged.
collecting stuff at the same time. 32% platinum, 15% painite. I'm going to say that's worthwhile as well. Yeah, because I'm in a big ship, collecting things individually as well as my collectors is just too much of a faff. It's just not really viable. It'd take me too long, and I would just keep getting in the way of the collectors. Now, if I was in a smaller ship, I might do it. But again, the collectors would just back up, and you might run into problems if you're trying to, like, aim your cargo hold while they're trying to collect things and deliver things. So, I would suggest it makes more sense to get a bigger ship with as many collectors as possible, and then just let them do the job. Whack on some Netflix or something. You know, it's a casual kind of play style, you know, you just kind of sit there, listen to a bit of music, bit of Netflix, chill out, and just relax. Relax and make some money at the same time. But yeah, and that's pretty much all there is to it. And with collectors making it so easy for you, it just makes it a lot more enjoyable. Even though technically you're having to do less skilled work. But there you have it, and let's have a look at what I've collected already. Now, I had a little bit in the refinery, not loads. In the cargo, we've already got 10 palladium, 1 painite, 5 platinum, 1 osmium. You know, I'm already making decent money, and I've hardly been playing, you know, hardly been here. So, when you've got an efficient setup, this is definitely a more viable way to play. And if you're in the right place, totally risk-free, possibly. You know, once you deal with the accidental pirate that snuck up on me. But there you go. But if you're in a big ship like this, then you don't really have much to worry if the Viper turns up. Unless it's a player who is particularly skilled in a Viper, and then maybe you'll have a little bit of trouble. Okay, I'm gonna skip forward and see how I do in this in the remaining time I have. Okay, so it's been around an hour, and my limpets have been doing a great job. I've got 64 left, so I've used almost 150 of them. However, I would have used a lot less if they hadn't been at some point. You got to be careful when you're mining, based on an asteroid's rotation. Some of the chunks might end up being hit by the asteroid, and therefore your collectors will get hit and instantly get destroyed. So I lost quite a few collectors because I wasn't paying attention at one point. So I probably would have used a lot less collectors. Probably around. I think maybe I lost like 20. Just because I was constantly firing them and they were just hitting things. So about to collect last few fragments. I'm going to set my navigate back to not Pendilla. Where's Avicali gone? It's so close, but I can't see it. Avicali. There it is. Okay. We'll go back to base. And right. Okay, and we'll
Cargo
see
scoop retracted.
how much money I've made. Now, in that time, I've collected 15 Indite, 14 Osmium, 6 Silver, 40 Platinum, 1 Gold, 27 Painite, 4 Bertrandite, 8 Gallite, and 56 Palladium. So you could see I focused on the big guys, the Palladium, Painite, Platinum, yeah. And Osmium's alright. And so's Gold, but Platinum, Painite, and Palladium are the 3 that I focused on, and I really tried to only mine when they gave me at least 30% of one of those metals. So we've had a pretty good haul in this hour. So I'm going to jump back and yeah, see what profit we've made. Okay, so that was a little over an hour, including the travel time. But hey, I'm only roughly showing you the kind of money you can make. Now you won't have many overheads if you you know, top up your fuel at your nearest convenience store. But hey, let's go to our commodities market and let's see what kind of money we're gonna make. So, everything's in pretty high demand at this station. All the metals are. Now I'm gonna get rid of the tell you what, no, I'm gonna sell the big hitters first because this is the important thing. So, 56 Palladium. Now that is gonna get us 800,000, just shy of $1 million. So, 800,000. Let's sell the platinum. Now that's 1.6 million we've just made. Okay. 1.6 million. Let's go have a look at the painite. Wow. Okay, 2.5 million. 2.5 million. Let's just get rid of the crap now. This is all kind of fairly insignificant, so it's not even really worth counting. You know, if my hopper was full, I wouldn't even bothered collecting these, you know. But because we had a decent size refinery, it was fine. So I think maybe we've made, I don't know, 2.7 million after selling all this. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, trading, if you've got a trade route nailed down, you know, if you've got it absolutely sorted, you'll have, I don't know, maybe hitting around 3 million an hour, something like that. But that's pretty good if you've got a good setup. If you've got, you don't even need that much cargo space, really. You know, it's more about the efficient use of the collectors. And you know, because as soon as like you've finished mining and your collectors are doing the job, you should be firing off your prospector to like the next asteroid. You know, you can cut time by doing that. You can be efficient. So I think that's pretty useful to know. I hope that has, you know, helped any of you with any of your mining kind of queries. I know it was a very short video, but I hope it was fairly concise. You know, once you hit the magic collection of factors, you know, the right location, the right amount of collectors, the right amount of cargo space, and just use your time efficiently, and you can, to be honest, if you're making a decent amount of money while mining, it becomes a lot more fun. You know, I enjoyed doing that a lot more. So, yeah, there we go. 2.6-ish million in an hour-ish. Not bad, not bad. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in the black.